Tech tip. Let's talk about a controversial one. Let's talk about using the bathroom. And we're going to start off with the residential side. But regardless, residential, commercial, I like to look for Lowe's and Home Depot. They have the most accessible and the cleanest bathrooms that I've found throughout the entire country. Now, every city has little catches and little hidden gems of where the best bathrooms are. And now there's even an app to help you find good, clean, accessible bathrooms. Nowadays, going to a gas station is really hit or miss. And even if it's accessible, using it sometimes can be scary. But the big thing is I want to do that before or after that customer service call. I want to make sure I'm not using the customer's bathroom. And a lot of people get all upset about that. And let's break that down. Let's think about it from the customer's perspective. Think about you. How many strangers do you invite into your house every single year? Well, now to the customer, you're that stranger. You're the person they don't know. They don't know who you are. Are you a good technician? Are you bad? Are you going to charge them a ton of money or not? They have all of these insecurities and all these unknowns. And now you're the stranger going to be using their bathroom. And on top of that, as many people that don't like strangers in their house, there are so many people that do not like to use any other bathroom except their own. They will go into pain to wait till they get back to their own personal bathroom to use it. So the bathrooms are a really big deal for people. So even if a customer says, yes, you can use my bathroom, a lot of times inside their head, they're having this big battle going on because they're really, really uncomfortable about that. So being able to avoid that situation is beneficial. Let's take that a step further. Let's say you went and got some gas station fast food, which is a whole other story, and then you ate that. Next thing you know, your tummy's rumbling and you got to make a move fast. So you go use their bathroom. Now the customer comes in either right behind you or meets you as you're coming out. And now they have that smell associated with your face in their mind. And regardless of the best intentions, that smell is now associated with your face. Even though you're a great technician, in their minds, you're a shitty tech. Because that smell is a very powerful memory trigger for a lot of people. Now they've connected those together. It's a very uncomfortable situation to be in. And it's something that can usually be avoided. Here's another scenario. You're going and using the bathroom and that little chain breaks right at the time you're going to flush. And now you're having to either fix their bathroom or have them call a plumber. Now there's this whole other complication involved. Or even worse, maybe that toilet isn't being used or only used for one type of fluids, and now you have another type in there and the whole entire toilet clogs up and a plumber has to come out, clean the pipes, and even though that was not your fault, now you're involved with all this. See how complicated it gets very, very, very fast. And let's add another layer to that complication. Let's talk about medicines. A lot of people leave medicines in their bathrooms. And they've heard many times in news stories about somebody coming into their home and stealing their medications. Because stealing medications is a big deal. And unfortunately, there are technicians out there that do that. And the customer doesn't know now in their mind, is this guy going to steal my medicine? And then after you leave, maybe they're so concerned about it. And they have these insecurities, or maybe it's happened to them in the past. They go in and start looking, and even though you didn't take anything at all, in their minds, you did. And now this is missing. I think there used to be more of these. And now in their mind, you've now been accused of stealing from them, and that can just really amplify very fast. Maybe they'll call in and complain, or maybe it's the silent customer, and they won't say anything at all, but they also will never use you again. These are things that can be very complicated. So to avoid that, use the bathroom before you get to the customer's call or after the customer's call. Now we know that emergencies do happen, and sometimes things happen and you got to take care of what you got to take care of. And the good news is we have solutions. Almost every technician keeps with them a bucket. A bucket's a great tool to have. A bucket's a good tool to be using for your tools, to throw trash in, drain lines that are clogged up. I mean, there's tons of uses to have a bucket. It's definitely a tool I recommend you having. But there's something else you can add to that bucket. You can add a special little lid to the bucket, which also helps protect and carry your tools. And if you just simply open this lid up, now you also have a nice little emergency toilet seat. So in your service van, you can take care of those emergency situations. Even though it's not pleasant, nobody likes to talk about this, it's things you can do that can really save the day. Make sure you're covering the windows of that service van, and also make sure you have toilet paper with you. You want to make sure you don't make a shitty situation a whole lot worse. It can really be a stinker. And also, if you're going to get one of these lids, make sure you get the disposable bags that go with them, because you don't want to have to deal with all of that. Always a lot of people say, no, you should be able to use the customer's bathroom, and that's true. You should be able to use the customer's bathroom, except it just has a lot of little complications that can easily be avoided. And that's what I like to personally do, is avoid using the customer's bathroom when at all possible. Emergencies do happen. Now, if you're doing an installation where you're going to be at that customer's house all day long, I like to make sure I communicate with the customer, because you're not going to unhook the truck and close everything up to go use the bathroom and come back. I like to tell the customer, sir, ma'am, we're going to be here all day. Is it all right if we use one of the bathrooms? Is there anything specific about it that we need to know? And that way you're covered. And also one final thought, and this is very important, make sure you have your own toilet paper with you, because even if you go to any place else to use the bathroom and you don't have the toilet paper, oh, well, we just don't want to talk about every single thing. So hopefully that helps. New text, it's not in the books, but it's very important.